Everyone has data, but only winners have signals.
I have way more than 15 years of experience, but I always leave that on there because every single time I have an interview, someone says, wait, you produce TV or like you won an Emmy? Tell a story that communicates the essential and clear details to an audience. And you have to do it in a way that's compelling and engaging. I was on the 10 p.m. news show. It happened at 10 o'clock every night. If my story wasn't done at 10, it didn't make air. And so you really learn how to do a job that is critical and clear and authentic and accurate, right? If you've ever had a kid go to the ER in the middle of the night, you want that to work, right? You want your
Mhm.
lab results to go somewhere and a doctor to get them and come back and tell you everything's okay. Like there's this old adage, too many chefs in this kitchen and you ruin the meal. You have to be really ruthless on this, like, guys, this is what we're saying today. And we're focusing on this. And we have this opportunity to now unfurl this story over time. The closer you get to launch, the more noise there is. And sometimes you're like, okay, we're going to just say that. But you really shouldn't. You really need to be ruthless. And it's not always easy, right? Let's figure
Mhm.
out an arc where we tell 10 stories, but like, let's not cram all 10 stories into one thing. And so I think that's the hardest part is that discipline to not do that. When I find sales saying the same thing back to me, that's when I know the message has landed. When others in the industry are repeating back that same thing that I've been saying for days, weeks, months, that's when you know it's landed. And I think anyone who tells you they haven't had that kind of doubt, they're either two things. They're either lying or they didn't push far enough, right? Sometimes you make a mistake, right? And that's okay too. What they care about is what's the outcome for my business? Like, how is this going to help me help my customers? Or how is this going to help my internal stakeholders be more successful? You need to understand what builders care about. You know, that really technical audience is, to your point, is very different from what executive buyers, or executive leadership tends to care about. That there is no other platform like ours. And so that's even more challenging, right? To have to convey this completely net new idea into a market that's used to kind of categorizing people. Are you a data warehouse? Are you an AI platform? Are you a vector database? It's like, yes, we're all of those things. We had a boss, I stole this from him. And it's this idea of this missing middle, right? So it's like we tell the high level message, my company is the fastest. And then we tell this really detailed developer message. Here's how you are the fastest. And we forget this bit in the middle, right? If you aren't starting and ending with what your customer needs, you're absolutely missing the mark. But absolutely start and end with customer always. I use analysts as sort of a credible North Star. And then don't get overly invested in competitive. And I've actually even just seen analyst feedback or even customer feedback on Reddit talking about vendors where they're saying, we don't know what they're doing anymore, right? Like they keep changing their message every day. So we're not entirely clear. Like I treat AI like it is a really motivated, fresh out of college, copywriter who wants to do good work. And it's adorable. But I know it doesn't have a maturity, right? It doesn't have the maturity
Mhm.
yet. And so why is a customer going to give their time and attention to something that I didn't give my time and attention to, right? I think it's even more important now for young marketers entering the scene to earn your seat at the table, but you also, I think, have to be, frankly, a little bit more bold, willing to take on new things, willing to learn new skills. You work with people and not companies, right? You work for people and not companies. Don't kick the puppy. And so this is this concept of, as you have something challenging come up for you, you can have this opportunity to then take that out on the person beneath you,